Oh my goodness. Listen, I called it in my prediction video, so check that out. But listen, how it was delivered was better than I expected. Alexander Usyk is a bad man. This guy, an all-time great. One of the, if not the greatest heavyweight that we've seen. 3-time undisputed, 2-time undisputed at heavyweight, against a tough opponent. Listen, I saw some things. Dubois, during his walkout, he didn't look as, as ferocious and as intimidating as he did when he came out for the Joshua fight. So you can, and understandable, big pressure on his shoulders. And, the test was that much greater. So it's understandable. And he started off patient, composed, and I was quite impressed in the first round, although Usyk for me did take the first round. Then I probably gave Dubois the second round after that. And then after that, for me, it was every round for Usyk up until the stoppage. But my gosh, listen, they were talking about the older man, the counter punching, the timing, the speed. It really nullified, Daniel Dubois' intent on going forward. And then ultimately by, round 4 and round 5, he'd already been frustrated to the point of where he thought, listen, I'm going to go for it. He'd been hurt a few times in that fight leading up into it. And you could see, like I told you, respect the power of Alexander Usyk. It's just, you can't just think that you're going to go in and bulldoze him. This guy was up for the fight. He had some bad intent on some of his shots. And listen, the stoppage came, Usyk, why couldn't you have just waited until round 6? Then I could have been like spot on. But, listen, the guy, oh my gosh, the counter punching, boxing masterclass, southpaw masterclass, just all of the different traps, the variations. Listen, I can't even take a bow. Listen, absolutely fantastic. I might do another reaction because I wasn't even planning to react to this today, but I'll probably do a proper breakdown. But man, right now, that's, for me, is that knockout of the year? It's got to be up there. I'm going to watch it back a few times, but man, the counter punching. Listen, Alexander Usyk, all-time great. Daniel Dubois, I reckon he can come again, young enough, 27. I do see a future where he becomes a 2-time heavyweight champion. But boy, crazy. And what's funny? Alexander Usyk was just naming everybody in Frank Warren's roster in terms of who could potentially be next. But as Frank Warren said, that it's the mandatory next is for the WBO. They're up, so that should be Joseph Parker. And I did say that I felt that the biggest problem for Dubois coming into this fight was not taking that Joseph Parker fight, giving him a bit more momentum going into this one and a legitimate test to see where he's at, because the measuring stick, the difference, the golfing class in this fight was massive. So listen, that's what I'll say. And yeah, we'll see what goes from there. But anyway, guys, listen, there are more fights going down tonight. So stay tuned, stay locked, stay blessed. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys soon. Peace.